Right now, though, we have politics to talk about at 7:44, and it's also a big week ahead for President Donald Trump. The administration has until tomorrow to release any evidence it has to support the wiretapping claims against former President Obama. This despite the Justice Department's report that could not confirm those allegations. Meantime, though, President Trump released his budget, and it includes a major boost to defense spending, roughly $54 billion to be exact. The Department of Homeland Security and Veterans Affairs also expecting to see a bump of about 6%, but there may be a cut to the Meals on Wheels program that feeds around 2.4 million seniors a year. Let's talk about it. President Trump's budget and also the wiretapping allegations are our topics this half hour. And we also want to hear from you. We encourage you to go to Facebook and Twitter. Fox 26 Houston is where you can find us. And of course, we'll share some of your comments in a few minutes. Joining us now, though, is our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, joined by Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz. And then in green, we have Republican strategist and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So the president's getting more. Good morning. I cannot speak today. The president's getting more and more isolated on this wiretapping issue. There's more Republicans coming out and suggesting that there's just no evidence to support his claim. One came out just yesterday or Thursday and Thursday or Friday and said that the president needs to apologize to President Obama for his unsubstantiated complaint. Allegation, Jackie Bally. And the president, instead of doing anything, is doubling down on the allegation and now reaching out and saying that it was Great Britain who joined with President Obama and did it and irritated one of our allies. Isn't the president making a mistake here and continuing to double down on an allegation that it appears that he just had no basis in making?
Well, appears the key word. We all know that the president has information, that he has access to information we don't have. So whatever he is looking at to make him come to this analysis, that's something that we really have no access to. He said that within the next 2 weeks or so, we will receive more and additional information. Republicans and Democrats are saying, provide the information. You said one has said, take his words back. It's probably only one. But the one thing that we are all saying, Republicans and Democrats, is Mr. President, if you feel that your predecessor was actually doing that, and by the way, he has said wiretapping is in quotes, that means surveillance and other things. But if, Mr. President, that is the truth, then provide the evidence. This
is a reckless statement to make if you don't have any evidence of it, and it appears from both sides of the aisle that everyone is saying there's no evidence of this.
Well, I'm shocked that people are shocked about it. We got to know Donald Trump nationally, politically, because he made a claim that then President Barack Obama was not born in the United States and demanded for his birth certificate. He carried that campaign for 5 years, even after President Obama showed his birth certificate just for the fun of it, and he continued on this way. Donald Trump, throughout his entire life, has made outlandish statements, and that's how he's become popular and famous. And now that he's the president of the United States, he has to grow up and be the president rather than act like a reality TV star.
Let's turn to the budget. For years, people at both sides of the aisle said we got to get the budget under control. Nobody ever got the budget under control. Barack Obama. Donald Trump came in and he is cutting the budget. Actually, it's not a cut, it's just a reallocation of funds. But he didn't go with a surgeon's scalpel, he came in with a hacksaw, as I said yesterday, and he is cutting things and he is moving things, but it is upsetting people on both sides of the aisle the way he is cutting indiscriminately, it appears. My word, not his, indiscriminately to move funds into the military and to build a wall.
And the type of debt that we have right now, you're going to have to trim the fat, and that's clearly what our president is doing. He is taking and reallocating funds. One of the things that we've always said is we wanted to secure our border. A majority of American citizens agree with the president on that, and he has also said in the reallocation of those dollars, once that border is built, he will find a way to get that reimbursement through Mexico. We won't really see if that actually happens until it actually happens. But unfortunately, when you inherit the kind of debt that our president has, you're going to have to trim the fat, and there are going to be some people who are not happy. Working with the resources that you have, that is the conservative approach. We all know that.
But shouldn't the military have to trim the fat the same way every other department is?
There is a pending crisis right now that we need to attack, and that's what the president is doing. He campaigned on that. A majority of Americans agree with him, and that's why he's our president. He was elected on that.
His budget is dead on arrival because it makes no sense. It's never going to get through Congress. The kind of cuts he's talking about in State Department and kind of cuts he's talking about in programs like Meals on Wheels. I mean, the president said, that he's not going to take a salary. I saw something on his website that a petition that should be signed for that. So he should give his salary to Meals on Wheels. At least he can do.
The budget that he is proposing. We've got less than a minute left. The budget he's proposing, you say, is dead on arrival because of the way he's cutting it. He's attacking programs that's going to force Republicans to have to go after things that their constituents like. We got 30 seconds.
It makes no sense because he's not doing anything about entitlement programs. He's increasing the military, and he's taking discretionary funding, which is a small amount, cutting it. Makes no sense.
I think the president is doing exactly what the people elected him to do. They wanted a stronger military. We saw with his predecessor what a weak military will do with our foreign affairs, and he campaigned on that. That's why he was elected our president.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. That's all the time we have for this week. We'll be back next week, wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
And as always, we can depend on you guys to keep us abuzz on social media, right?
You got it.
We'll see you later.